Warning: the show you are about to hear contains muscular, intelligent, and intelligible sexy men discussing B-movies, and will contain movie spoilers. Only one of the previous statements is actually true. You decide.
So light that fuse and let it burn. There's no escape, there's no return. Exploding heads and synthwave licks. We're deep in cult classic kicks. Low budget dreams that never quit. Every frame a misfit hit. This is the B-Movie Blitzkrieg Podcast. This is Duncan The Baz. The B-Movie Blitzkrieg Podcast.
Welcome back to the B-Movie Blitzkrieg Podcast, the only show where your philosophical dilemma comes with a body count and your sentient tyre gets better character development than most Marvel villains. That's right, taking shots at the comic book fans. What are you going to do about it? I'm your host, Duncan McLeish, the Aristotle of absurdity, the Plato of pulp, and the man once banned from a tyre shop for asking too many questions about telekinetic. Tonight, we're rolling headfirst into Quentin Dupieux's Rubber from 2010, a meta-horror comedy about a telepathic tyre named Robert who develops feelings, gains powers, and then goes on a murder spree across the desert. It's part Kill Bill, part existential crisis, and 100% what the fuck did I just watch? And joining me as always is my co-conspirator in cinematic chaos. He is the Michelin man of mayhem, the Firestone philosopher, the Goodyear guru of gory greatness. He once challenged a wheel to a steering contest and sadly lost. And when it comes to high-octane nonsense, he's got the tread where it counts. I have, of course, referring to the man who is the rubber to my road rage, the king of killer commentary, the man, the myth, the legend, the Baz.
Andy Hawk, sexy Liebchen. Ain't got no need for a rubber tyre round these parts when I'm crushing my enemies under the tracks of my Panzer tank. Yes, sir.
I thought you were going in a different direction when you said I'd no longer need a rubber. And I was like, yeah, there are medical operations that mean that you don't need to worry about that anymore.
Oh, you tell me about it, Squire.
I'll tell you, the shares and condoms took a hit that day. Black Friday's what they call it now, Baz. Black Friday. How will we ever recover from this? We won't, guys. He's got himself sorted. This film's kind of infamous, and I'm excited that I put it on here because I've only ever seen it twice, right? And one of them was at a festival when it first played. And yeah, most people were like, huh? And I was like, yeah, that's the correct way to be about this movie. You'd heard of this before, I can't help. Never.
No. I had never heard of this before. No.
Oh, wow. This could go one of two ways. Oh, we might be in for one here, ladies and gents. I will say that my opinion of this movie has morphed quite a bit over time, right? And I'm not going to tell you in which direction it has morphed. But I was excited to put it on here because this is, I think, by my reckoning, the newest film in the list of 20 that I selected. This is the most modern of all the movies that we touched on.
Certainly it's noticeably the most modern of all the ones we've done up to this point anyway.
Yeah, so it was just as a kind of a pleasant, polite nudge in the ribs to let you know that yes, we will be doing movies that came after the year 2000, as well as a lot of old ones as well. And it's also worth saying, B-movies still exist. They're being made all the time. It's just most of the ones that Baz watches tend to have sharks swimming around in Venice. We don't know why, but those are the movies, and we will eventually run out of older movies, and we will purely be a shark-based Venice podcast.
Sometimes they're underneath Paris.
Be anywhere, Baz.
Sometimes they're exorcists, even though they're not an exorcist in the film.
And also, I don't believe that they are practicing Catholics. I may be wrong about that as well. Shark Pope. a movie coming next year. It's like, how do you know he selected it? What? Well, no, it's nothing to do with black smoke coming out. It's just a plume of red blood in the water. That's how you know they've chose their next shark pop. At risk of us getting banned from the internet, we're going to take a short break just now, and when we come back, Baz is going to explain, hopefully, the plot to Rubber. This ain't going to take long. He's going to be doing it right after this. And welcome back to a segment that I've sarcastically called The Fast and the Furious. The movie doesn't really move that fast. Once you've seen it, it'll make sense. Baz, you have a plot summary of this movie to deliver here, and of all the movies, I'm dying to hear how many words it takes to deliver this. Go for it. Let the people out there that don't know anything about Rubber what this movie is about.
Here we go. A group of strangers are gathered in the desert to watch what they think will be a movie. They turn up thinking it's going to be a kind of movie of some description. Turns out they're handed each a pair of binoculars, and they then watch a sentient rubber tyre come to life and journey through the desert, fucking up increasingly larger and more animate objects, using its psychokinetic ability to make things explode. That's the whole premise of the film. It dots about, there's actually some kind of interesting things done. There's cops involved, and there's a kind of weird breaking of the fourth wall at one point, kind of halfway through the movie, which doesn't really break the fourth wall in the traditional sense of it, but kind of does it. And then we get a glorious reincarnation towards the end of this film, and then it just ends in a horror apocalyptic vision. And you know, I am sure there are some. I'll probably talk about them later on, but I am sure there was underlying messages this director was trying to get across, and it's so bad that I actually picked up on them. So that's new. Normally themes just go right over my head.
So bad or so well. Could this be a horror director? Actually, he's not even a horror director. Could this be a director who's actually a genre director? We'll go that maybe speaks in a language that you understand.
Possibly. Bouncy things.
Told you it wasn't going to take long. Right, when we come back, we're going to be talking about the top 5 rad, sad, bad, mad, let's be honest, moments of this movie, Rubber, right after this. And welcome back to a segment that I've called Tread Lightly or Die. We're going to see what I did. Top 5 rad, sad, bad of this movie. I'm going to kick us off here with something a little bit bigger than maybe just a particular scene here. I actually think one of the rad things about this is the concept and execution of this movie. The budget on this movie is fucking tiny, and what he manages to do is kind of mind blowing. Yeah, like for the under 1 hour 20 this movie runs, which is, by the way, fucking perfect for a movie like this. He does manage to squeeze everything in to this movie without it ever really feeling like you're just watching a movie about a tyre. Like it's kind of nuts. And with that in mind, I think it's right from the first kill. As soon as the tyre realizes he can actually kill someone, I am locked into this movie. I mean, the scene before it with the guy getting out the trunk and then coming across in speed. You know, like, did this movie make sense? No. Did it, like, you know?
That's interestingly, that is my first rad point. And
you go for it then.
It's the explanatory opening scene.
Uh-huh.
It is just pure David Lynch.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And as you see, this cop just climbs out the boot of this car. Which
a car that's knocked over all these seats on the way.
Driven up a road like this, like veering from side to side, just knocking over chairs.
Instead of going round them.
Be there.
But instead of going round an obstacle course, he hits every obstacle on the obstacle course to get to the point.
the cop climbs out the boot and then explains to the camera about how, well, nothing really makes sense. You can't see the air around you. That's weird. Do you know what I mean? And the beauty of it is every criticism you can level at this film is killed by this opening scene. He just slaughters it straight. You know what I mean? So you're like, film's dumb as fuck, it's weird, doesn't make any sense. I know. The guy says that at the fucking start. You know, and then points to about 50 other things that don't make any fucking sense that you're okay with. So I thought that opening scene was brilliant. I mean, weird at first, and then, but when the guy is out the boot and then starts to talk, and it reminded me of Lynch. It just
100. Like all you're missing is David Lynch with a megaphone, trying to explain how things don't make sense. I'm going to swing in with a sad one here because this movie actually has moments that do genuinely make you take a step back and look at humanity and how we ultimately, even if we are the happiest, most successful person on the planet with the most happening, bitching, like extracurricular activities and nightlife and you know, and weekends and whatnot, at one point in our life, we will all have that experience of sitting in a hotel room ourselves, channel surfing, sad, lonely, full of despair. This tire doesn't have a hand to wank. If it did, I'm sure it would. But you're I love that because it sums up the futility that we all have. That we all end up at a point where we're like empty and bored. And nothing will one pass the time or fulfill us. And this movie hits it in such a way, which is amazing that it does it, but watching it distilled down to a tire and a bed, like, kind of just makes me sad. Like, this movie gets me, man. It fucking gets me.
Well, the best. Oh, don't, man. Give it up. The bit that made me sad in a poignant kind of way is the bit where the tire near the start just lies down to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And this is going to sound really weird, right, and stupid, but the acting by the tire it does something as it goes to lie down, and it just makes you think, oh, that wee tire's really tired. Which, when you think about it, it's fucking incredible. And then I came up with even tires get tired too. And I thought we could do like sweatshirts and t-shirts and all that.
Oh, man.
Tell you what's bad, Duncan, about this film. What is bad in this film is whatever the fuck happened to that turkey. Now, it is revealed that the turkey has been killed and then cooked badly, as it leads to everybody getting food poisoning.
Yeah.
But I don't think that guy just fucking cut that turkey's throat.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean?
Don't do it.
If he did, he fucked the hole. You know, or something. Because there is just a look about that guy like, I am going to fucking ruin this turkey. Do you know what I mean? So that was very bad.
Scene from Liar Liar. You stuffed her like a Thanksgiving turkey. It's better when you can do the Jim Carrey leg movements. You mentioned it before when talking about the synopsis. Can we talk about, I've marked it down here as mad, the tricycle reincarnation at the end of this movie?
Yeah.
where he evolves into his new form?
Totally.
Question mark?
I've got to have to jump the shark here a wee bit, because one of the funny lines I had was, hey, wait, it's not the end. He's been reincarnated as a tricycle. Said by a guy in a fucking wheelchair. You know what I mean? You just
They
watched
see
a
me
guy shoot a
rolling.
tyre.
The hidden controlling. Oh man, do you have anything else in the rad, sad, bad, or let's be honest, mad for this movie?
No, I mean, as I said earlier on, I thought the 70s easy listening kind of soundtrack's pretty rad.
It's fucking great, man.
And I thought it was a little sad when the tyre kind of gets cock blocked from its first human kill because it gets run over. Then it's just got to kill a cow.
He's working his way up to it. It gets there in the end. Gets there in the end, Baz. Right, ladies and gents, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to be doing some quotes and lines from this movie. I'll be honest, the tyre doesn't have much dialogue, but there are plenty of other characters in the background that does. We will be discussing those right after this. And welcome back to a segment that I've called Quotes That Deserve Their Own Air Pressure Check. We are going to discuss here some of the quotes from this movie that stood out to us, some of the lines, script choices that made an impact. The mantra of this movie, if there was a mantra, and it should have been on the poster, is no reason, Baz, because it's literally no reason. It's stated like about 100 times at the start of this movie, and we come back to it all the way through. Like you've said, it is basically this movie's get out of jail free card because it is no reason. So I'm going to put that on there because it said a lot.
So this isn't really a funny line because tyres can't talk. But early on, like very early on in the life of the tyre, there is a bit, the comedic timing when it falls over every 6 inches just at the start is wonderful to behold. It's a tyre falling down, but it's like that way when you're watching your children when they're just learning to walk and they'll get a few wee steps and they fall and it's dead cute and funny. Guy did this with a tyre in the desert, man. You know what I mean?
A line for me, and I feel that this, like, we could just change the word film and replace it with podcast show. But this, what about this film is an homage to the absurd. And I'm like, yes, it is. I also feel that our friendship is an homage to the absurd. And the people get to experience it on these recordings. So I love that line.
Ladies, gentlemen, the film you are about to see today is an homage to the no reason.
She's got a great rack. You think the tyre's going to get laid?
It doesn't have a penis. It doesn't have a penis, but it can get laid.
Give it a damn good shot. I think if anybody can let that tyre get laid, it's this fucking guy that made this film, by the way. You know what I mean?
Rubber 2. How do you put a rubber on a rubber?
Yeah, I was just going to say, you're just frantically trying to think of a condom joke here. Move on.
Could, would, should, and didn't until I did. So there we are. No regrets. No regrets. Not even one. Do you have any more lines?
No, the only other one I had, I've already said, it was the one about is he's been reincarnated as a tricycle. That tickled me no end. Just the absolute absurdity of that line. Do you know what I mean? And the fact that he calls it a he,
yes,
was bizarrely kind of stuck with me. Why is he calling it a he? How does he know it's a he? It could be a she.
It's the murderous rampage that the tyre goes on.
Irks or whatever the fucking pronouns are these days.
Women don't go on killing sprees. Men do. It's statistics, Baz. It's there. The science. I wonder if we have science to back that up. I wonder if we have science to back it up. What that we have so much science to back it up, I couldn't fit it in this room. Right, we're going to take a short break. When we come back, plot holes or potholes. We're going to be doing it right after this. Fuck off. And welcome back to a segment I call Plot Holes Bigger Than a Blowout. Myself and Baz are going to talk about some plot holes in this movie. Baz, you're up first. What do you have for me, Daddy-O?
Right. The glaring one, to me, is line of sight. Right, so basically they're just standing in the desert, right?
It's not my list, but it's fucking brilliant.
it does appear that they're on a slightly raised area within the desert. But the fucking tyre runs off for days. And it's in towns and it's in fucking buildings and all that. Swimming about at points. Surely there would be a point where even with binoculars you just can't see it.
Yeah.
But all of this is negated by Pop's explanation at the start of the film.
Dude, I have 4 plot
This
holes
film. Yeah,
listed
they're
here, and
all-
I put in quotes beside each of them. No reason. Like beside all of them, no reason.
You could pick a million things that don't work in this film, but every one of them you can add. But the guy told you at the start doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
Fuck off. Anyway, let's hear your four.
It's like the obvious one is who gave a tyre consciousness. I understand this is like a meta movie. It's also like the whole thing. It's an allegory for like. It's us, isn't it? Really, the tyre is us. We start from nothing. We gain sentience. We gain the ability to walk. We then find out that we have power. We then abuse that power. We then kill indiscriminately. It's mankind. We are tyres, Baz.
I disagree with that.
Oh,
But rattle through your pish, and then we'll come back and we'll discuss this briefly before we go to scoring.
I can't wait for that. But like the idea of like it builds through it. So who gave it consciousness? No reason. Who gave us consciousness? No reason. Why is there an audience inside the movie? That's not how movies work. Also no reason. Big one for me here. Why do I feel so sorry for this tyre? And I was thinking, why do I feel so sorry? Like when the lives of serial killers are explained to me in podcasts and documentaries, why do I always feel sorry for the killer? No reason. And at the end, what is the symbolism for this tyre's consciousness traveling or being reincarnated into a tricycle? No reason. So yeah, that's why I had Baz.
Now, see, going back to your point,
Yes.
where you believe that the futility of the tyre, if you like, is a reflection of the futility. I don't think we're the tyre.
Right.
I think we're the audience. And this
I think
is
we can be both the tyre and the audience. So
this is a commentary on how people this day and age will fucking watch anything.
it could be. It
Do you know
could
what
be.
I mean?
But I also think like humankind has the, depending on what side of the coin you're on, you're either the audience or you're the tyre.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
disagree
like
with that. In fairness, I remember thinking at one point, because it cuts back. At first, I thought you've seen the audience, and then you just see the journey of the tyre.
Yeah.
But it doesn't. It cuts back to the audience, and there's a whole weird thing about them all dying and all that, right? Blah blah. But there's points that they're not interested in eating; they just want to watch the tyre to see when it does it. And I thought, well, that's just fucking doom scrolling. You've just
No reason.
He's an interesting dude. He makes art house movies, but he usually makes them with a very keen satirical poke directly at the audience.
Absurdity.
It's absurdity
It makes you laugh.
at its core. Let's see how absurd our scoring is going to be on this one. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to score this and bring this in for a close right after this. And welcome back to a segment that I've called Rated R for Rubber, Rage and Rebirth. Baz. Out of 5. So curious right now. Like, more than any other movie we've done, and I don't know why. What are you giving Rubber? Do it. Say the weird thing.
4.
Yeah! Fucking yes! Yes!
This film, way more than I had any right to, by the way. It was. I think I quite like David Lynch, not in the levels that you do.
Yeah,
right?
I'm obsessed.
But
Yeah.
I've always had a kind of penchant for that, just that weirdness, just for the sake of being weird.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't often get the the underlying themes or messages that Lynch is trying to get across. And I'm not saying I got them in this one either, but the bit at the start really got it. I was like that, okay, right. I like that they did that. It kind of reminds me of Twin Peaks, just the way it all happened.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm just going to sit and watch it, and I can't stress this enough. What that guy did with a tyre. I've seen films with people in it that weren't as good acting-wise as that tyre was. And I mean that. I really mean that. We've talked about some on this show.
Oh, God, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's quite baffling.
Oh, we double up. Anyone paying attention to what we were wearing, we double up recordings. Like, for this entire thing, we've spoken about a movie already tonight where the tyre outacts anyone in that previous movie.
Yeah. Genuinely.
I quite a bit.
What about you? How did you like this film?
Oh, yeah, like, so my first viewing of this movie, I think, was a 3.5 is what I scored it, and that's back, like, 2011-ish. My current rating for it's 4.5 out of 5.
I'm not the biggest fan. I've watched art house films with you. And
You're not yet.
Stuff like that, and it's not really my bag. I appreciate bits of them. Some I have enjoyed, but a lot of them I've not.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was. This film, I was just quite endeared to this movie.
I'm so happy right now.
And like I say, I would happily watch it again. I imagine half the fun would be watching it with other people.
I think if people don't,
to it, do you know
what I
mean?
It's very much a vicarious movie. You know, you get that experience of like joy, glee, or just like, oh, you don't know, man. You're sitting here watching it, but you don't understand. That's a fucking tyre that's doing this shit.
We're the audience, man.
We're the audience. See, we're in this movie.
And not trying to blow smoke up the guy's ass, but see, to be able to make a film just that genuinely is a tyre rolling through the desert, and to make it, regardless of whether you like it or not, to get this level of reaction out of people for a film that you should really have turned off 5 minutes in. I think the guy's clearly a good filmmaker. He just makes weird films.
He just makes.
You know what I mean?
We'll have a different way of telling a story, and this guy's way of telling it is weird.
Yeah, totally.
There we
Great.
go.
Loved it, man. Loved it.
Oh, yes. So happy right now. So happy that I'm going to bring this. I don't want to, but I'm going to bring it in for a close. So, ladies and gents, that's the end of our journey through Rubber. A film that proves that you don't need actors, you don't need logic, you don't need gravity. All you need is psychic tires and a script that mocks its own existence. It's weird, hilarious, and surprisingly self-aware. It's kind of like if The Twilight Zone was written by a tyre salesman on mushrooms. If you've seen it, you'll agree. As always, a huge thanks to the Baz, who showed true tread endurance by surviving the surreal desert of Detours without popping a gasket. Yep, there's puns here. If you loved this episode, don't forget to subscribe, rate, and review the B-Movie Blitzkrieg on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and YouTube. We thrive on your feedback, much like Robert thrives on existential dread and motor oil. Next time on the B-Movie Blitzkrieg, this is a movie that is designed to make Baz happy. We're cranking the sleaze dial to 11 with Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers from 1986, a film that asks the most important questions like, can you mix prostitution with power tools? And is there such a thing as too much body oil in one scene? Until then, keep your mind sharp, your tires inflated, and remember, here at the B-Movie Blitzkrieg, the bizarre meets the brilliant, one B-movie at a time. Baz, say goodbye to the listeners, please.
Auf Wiedersehen, meine sexy Liebchen. And remember, folks, burn books, not tires. Blitzkrieg!